LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion advised. Now, here's LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. With Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
What? Are you insane?
Bubble. One of the dinosaurs must have farted. And then they go on to tell you, well, it's really not that old. I mean, there wasn't any dinosaurs in here, essentially.
Right.
It went back like 40,000 years was something, the oldest thing they found in the whole
is that right?
place.
It was the Ice Age,
yeah, it's
right?
not into the millions of years. There's nothing. We should really just fill it up with kitty litter, pave over it, and get some extra parking for that Wilshire area. Because there's nothing there.
Why'd you go?
Friends came in from out of town, and I thought, they wanted to see it, and I was like, I haven't been there in 25 years. Maybe something has happened. That place has changed as much in the last 25 years as it did, let's say, 20 million years ago.
How about the Getty? Huh?
Yeah, pictures,
Right.
Catherine.
Hi.
Hey.
I slept with somebody last night who was really big, and I'm in pain today. And so we're dating now, and I think we're going to continue having sex. And I'm a little worried about him smacking into my cervix and whether or not I'm going to stretch out.
Well, are you worried when you have a baby that that's going to stretch you out?
When?
You understand what I'm saying? Is it that area is designed to handle a lot more than anything any man could possibly
So it won't hurt all the time?
I suspect it's more the duration. How long were you together with him?
30 minutes?
Yeah.
It's more about that than it is.
As the relationship wears on, you can deduct, let's say,
28.
Yeah, 28 minutes from that. Well, over the span of the next 4 months, 4.5 months.
Okay.
And is Desigen one of those pills that you can double up on?
Which?
Desigen?
Double up on if you miss?
If you need emergency contraception.
What's in it? Tell me. Do you have the label there?
No.
I'm not.
It's estradiol, I think.
Yeah, no.
Did you not use protection?
No. Well, he pulled out.
Oh,
I know
okay.
that doesn't count. I know.
So you just couldn't shoehorn the condom in there? I mean, it's just not enough room? I mean, between the penis, the great width of the penis already, just not enough room to get that.
Wait, let me understand this. So you had unprotected sex yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, so go get Prevan. Prevan and Plan B are your only options out there right now. There are other, like you can take a less, and you can take Overal, no Overal, and some of these other ones, and I think even the triphasics you can take in certain ways. But just go get the kit, all right?
All right. I'm answering for her because I put her on hold.
72 hours, reduce the pregnancy rate by 75%. Let's go ahead.
Lauren.
Yeah.
You're 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not an abortion pill, by the way. It's just doesn't let you get pregnant.
Right.
Go ahead there, Lauren.
Okay, I was just wondering, I'm on the birth control pill, and I take it at different times, like every day.
Why?
Because of my work schedule. Like, sometimes I'll take it at 4:30, and then at other times I'll take it at, like, midnight.
When do you brush your teeth?
When I get home at night.
Let's take it then.
So I should take it, like, every night at 12 o'clock is what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, well, I'm just...
Hold on, Drew. Let me write that down.
It's a stretch, I know.
You telling me your toothbrushing schedule doesn't bounce around too?
Well, no, it does.
It does.
But just
Sure. Sometimes it's at noon. Other times it's before you go to bed. You never know.
Right. I'm sure it doesn't bounce around that much. So when you brush your teeth, you take your pill. That's it.
Okay, well, how, like, up to now, I've been taking it like that, like, fluctuating every day.
It's not as effective as if you were to take it at the same time every day. It's probably fine, but it's designed to be taken at the same time.
Don't they tell you that when they give it to you? True,
Yeah.
please. They do.
But they don't tell you how effective it's going to be if you don't take it at the same time every day.
Okay, but they tell you take it at the same time every day. It's more effective.
Yeah.
Okay, goofball.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
All right, thank you.
All right.
Okay, bye.
All right. My God.
Yeah, well, everybody's an expert chemist, you know.
I know. Bert.
Yes.
My God, you're 23 years old.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was anyone named Bert under 47.
It's what do you exactly call me, sir? Bird? No, it's Ferg, F-E-R-G.
Oh, good.
F what?
F-E-R-G.
Ferg.
Yeah, there you go. Short for Ferguson.
Oh, okay, that's fine. This says B-E-R-T. That's
Now, I tried to explain to her on the phone. But,
yeah, she's a little hard-headed at least. She's a busy woman.
Because I always hear you guys.
All right, Ferg, what's going on?
Okay, I recently was out with one of my friends, and he was dating a girl for a while, and she's like, it's like kind of like a rebound deal, and they've been friends for a while now, and he's like been talking to me about trying to get back with her or whatever, So I felt like really like in the middle, and then he comes to me the other night and he says that she was considering dating me, and she wanted to know how he'd feel about that. And I didn't think anything of it, and I told him, I said, you don't have anything to worry about. So I felt like kind of, whatever about what happened the other night, that me and her did end up going out. She called me and said that she was going to a friend of hers, and that she would feel like a third wheel if I didn't go with her. So I did, and we ended up,
You ended up, hold on, you ended up giving her the third leg?
No.
What's the question?
What's going on in the background there, Ferg?
Sounds like a ham radio operation.
Angry dog. He's outside now.
No, I hear something else. Is that our show we hear in the background?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's down real low. I don't think you guys could hear it. Okay, it's just, I don't know what to do. I mean, I like her a lot, but I feel like I'll be betraying him because, I have a hard time with stuff like that.
Betraying people?
People over, yeah.
Yeah, you get used to it. I don't know. If you're really into her, I mean, listen, Drew, this happens all the time. He's into her. Sounds like she's into him. I was too distracted at the beginning of this call with hearing the feedback on the radio. But
get out of it. Just get away.
Get out of it?
Get away.
She's chaos?
He's been reassuring his friend that don't worry, I won't act on this. Even if she's interested, don't worry.
Right.
No, forget it.
Okay, and is a girl...
He's 23. Come on.
Is a girl sort of inherently flawed? I mean, is she just sort of chaotic if she dates two friends?
Yeah, and the way she delivered the message to Ferg's friend, which was, you won't mind it if I date Ferg, will you?
Right.
Oh, no, of course not.
All right, so she's chaotic and he should not play along. Jackie.
Hi.
You're 15.
Huh?
You're 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been going out with this guy for about 7 months, and for the past 3 months, I really haven't, been into him and all, and I've been messing around with my cousin. And I was wondering what I should do.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
Why don't you break up with your, dare I say, boyfriend?
How old is your cousin?
17.
And
the boyfriend?
He is 16.
Why don't you get rid of him before you do anything else?
I don't know.
Are you having sex with your cousin?
No, we just masturbate together and stuff.
Perfectly normal. Perfectly healthy. And what about your boyfriend? Are you doing stuff with him?
No, he's just not into that kind of stuff.
Is your cousin a boy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't mean to imply you were weird. Okay, so break up with your boyfriend, would you please?
Sure.
I mean, it's really that easy. It's all right. You don't have kids. You don't have kids, do you?
No.
No.
And slow down a little bit.
It's all right.
Slow down.
And easy with the cousin. You understand?
Yeah.
Do you understand God sees everything?
Yeah.
Do you know how that works?
It's turning to a religious show here. You have another recourse.
He sees everything.
You can't now you know why the church developed the way it did.
That's right.
They saw this and oh my, we got to control this somehow.
Yes.
What are we gonna do?
He sees everything. You understand? He sees you and your cousin. All right?
Okay.
You believe in God?
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
Thanks.
Sees everything.
Bye.
There you go. People can't really believe in God. They just can't carry on this way and believe in God. They just don't. They just can't.
They need to.
I know they need to, but there's a certain... It defies human logic. If one really did.
Yes.
All right, let's put it this way. Let's put it this way, I think. Let's look at God. Let's replace the word God and just put video camera.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be whacking off if there was a video camera in the on the ceiling of my bedroom. I really would.
You might ask forgiveness afterwards if whoever would have to be viewing.
Actually, I'd probably
Because
just
you wouldn't stop.
I'd probably just try to get the first shot very well placed so as to put the camera out of commission, at least temporarily, enough for number two. But the point is if there was a video camera, like someone says, hey, there's a camera mounted on the ceiling. I mean, it watches you 24/7. I would not do it. I just would not do it.
I don't believe that.
I would not do it. If I thought someone was watching me 24/7, I just wouldn't do it.
There's a bet here.
I wouldn't do anything bad if I thought that somebody, especially somebody who was going to make some pretty important decisions involving my future, was watching that. I just wouldn't.
Would forget within a few weeks.
You think I'd forget?
Oh, yeah.
But I wouldn't kill anybody or bang my cousin or anything.
You already wouldn't do that.
I already wouldn't do that. But if I thought that somebody, but let's just put it this way. I don't want to get too weird, but it is Sunday night. God sees everything. You believe in God, and God's the one that's going to determine whether you get into heaven or not. I really wouldn't be messing around that much. I really wouldn't. If God came in the form of a video camera, I'd be very careful about what I did. I'd probably do that retrograde ejaculation where I masturbated into my own scrotum or however. How does that work?
Into your bladder.
Into my bladder. Thank you.
Maybe there's a new world order here with video cameras.
I would certainly work something out. So when these people say, yeah, I believe it, but I'm diddling my cousin, I don't believe them. I just don't. I think they've learned to say it over the years, but I don't really think they believe it.
The way the human mind works is they screen out any constants.
Well, that's true.
Any white noise. Anything that's always been there, eventually it kind of drops by the wayside.
Well, you're probably right. I'd probably figure that out, too, with the video. Caleb?
Yes.
You're 25.
Yes, I am. I'm calling from L.A. Big fan, guys.
Oh, thanks.
So here's my deal. I have never been much of a drug user. Smoked some pot in college, never in high school. Didn't smoke pot until I was like 20. And back in November, I did an obscene amount of acid in a very sort of a moment of weakness. I was very drunk in New York and did the equivalent to like 10 to 15 hits of liquid acid.
Oh, my.
And
wow.
It was a very, I was intoxicated and a drug dealer handed me this thing and I,
oh, boy.
Just really bad, experience. Really awful.
Oh, no.
All right, well, he could have died. What was he calling, from his cell phone?
I guess.
All right, well, he might still be able to hear us, though, right, Drew?
Well, it's been my experience that 30 hits or more, or one large exposure to acid, it tends to be what is associated with more substantial long-term problems from that drug.
30 hits, that's it, huh?
30 hits in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100 hits, you're definitely going to have problems.
Really?
50, very probably.
30 ain't that much to a lot of recreational drug users.
30 is sort of the threshold we start to see stuff happen. And
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And here he is after one big one, 6 months later having problems, which would not be a surprise. People often get this post-hallucinogenic perceptual disorder where they feel locked in, they feel kind of dissociated. It's been a brain injury, and they start getting depressed and anxious, having panic attacks, and it requires pharmacologic treatment. It requires it. And this is the kind of situation...
Forever?
No, but it is the situation we often see mood disturbances down the line, too.
All right, so what's he got to do?
He needs to see a psychiatrist, for sure.
Oh, he does?
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm going in to see your hand surgeon friend tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah. I got to take care of my lucky lump once and for all.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I got to go back and see him again, though. Why this? Can't he just schedule a surgery time?
Yeah, you and I have a TV show to start filming in about 2 weeks from now.
I don't think I'm going to be doing that, Drew.
Yes, come on.
Please. I haven't seen any money.
Adam, just suck it up.
I want to
I'm asking you just for a couple of months.
I want them to suck something for a change. I'm tired of doing the sucking. So seriously, how long, if I get this hand surgery, what's that going to do to me?
You're going to have a big thing on your hand for a few weeks.
I will?
Yeah.
How can I masturbate or fly my airplane?
Fly your airplane would be a problem. I'm sure you'll be industrious, incredibly creative with your masturbatory techniques.
I'll have to hire a day laborer. Hey, Oswaldo, come here. $7 an hour. Here's $1.25. Thank you very much. Okay. Elizabeth?
Uh-huh.
Hey, turn your radio down, goofball. Hey, Ray. I mean,
Ray.
I was thinking of day laborers. What do I do? What do I do with this hand? Seriously. I mean, if I get surgery, am I going to be in a cast or something?
Oh, yeah.
A cast?
Yeah.
Why a cast?
Keep it immobilized.
Why? Why can't he just stitch it up?
He's going to have to open your wrist up, I suspect.
Elizabeth?
Uh-huh.
What's going on?
Well, my boyfriend kind of jacks off in his sleep all the time.
Yeah. How old is he?
21.
21.
He's not aware of it?
Oh, well, I don't know. He just kind of does it in his sleep.
Yeah.
Did you ask him if he's aware of it?
No, I mean, apparently he's not because I've told him about it and he's not aware of it at all.
When are you going to be 18?
Next March.
So you're going to be a senior next year?
No, I'm a senior this year.
Well, I mean, you're going into your senior year?
Yeah.
You got a 21-year-old boyfriend?
Uh-huh.
I don't like this guy. He's going out with a chick who's... how long have you two been going out?
Almost a year.
Fantastic. He's going out with a chick in the 11th grade. That's pathetic.
He should have been through college.
Well, not
16.
through college, but
Yeah.
through...
21.
People graduate at 22. They go in at 18. They graduate at 22. Hey, Elizabeth?
Uh-huh.
He's not going to college, though.
No, he's not.
No. Where's he? What's he doing? Working around some kind of metal?
Yeah, sometimes. I don't know.
Construction.
What's he do?
Well, he kind of works for temping services right now, so...
Temping?
Yeah, temping.
Like he's a Kelly boy?
Yeah, kind of.
What's he do? Just goes to offices and...
No, different... he'll do, like, warehouse jobs or just different stuff.
Yeah. So he's like, works at a warehouse and doesn't even work at one warehouse.
No, he works at... They change them all the time.
All right. So this guy's a loser. Right?
Yeah.
What's up with you?
I'm going to school.
Do you like your dad?
No, not really.
No.
Right.
Well, there you go.
Imagine that.
I think how mad he'd be.
Going to be.
Where is he?
I don't know.
She doesn't talk to him.
Well, I talk to him sometimes, but
All right.
he's not really a person I want in my life.
Yeah. All right. So you found a worse guy or a marginally better guy.
A replacement.
Yeah. Here's an idiot you can have in your life, too. Different name, same game. Right? True punches, Mike. Right, Elizabeth?
Uh-huh.
How is this guy, this 21-year-old guy is dating a high school girl?
I don't know. He just jacks off in his sleep, and I was just wondering if that was normal.
Elizabeth.
Are you living with him?
Yeah, right now. We're getting an apartment together.
Why?
Because.
All right. Well, listen, I don't even know why he whacks off in his sleep. That's the least of my worries.
Right.
You getting pregnant before Christmas vacation is really one of my bigger worries. I'm sure you guys aren't using any kind of protection. Right?
Uh-huh.
Right. Because I know stupidity when I hear it. And he's an idiot, Elizabeth. And I just feel sorry for, but he's an idiot. So what are you going to do? I mean, what are you going to do? Have some kids with this guy?
Possibly.
Why?
Your daughters are going to hate him the way you hate your dad?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
He's a good person.
Liz, when I'm in charge, I'm going to sterilize people like you, Elizabeth.
Okay.
You're screwing up the world.
Okay, when can I make my appointment for that?
Seriously. Oh, we're going to come like thieves in the night.
Really?
Well, there'll be no appointment. Well, you're going to get pregnant in 6 months. You're going to screw everything up. Why don't you
At least get on the pill.
just get on the pill?
Well, I mean, because we've been together for a year, and we're committed to our relationship and everything.
Why don't you get on the pill?
I am currently.
You are on the pill.
Yes.
You are.
Uh-huh.
Which one?
Well, my mom got it. And she told me, take this. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but you got to take a new one every day, right?
Yeah, they're pink, and then the rest of them, like, there's one for, when I'm menstruating that they're blue. And
All right, take those every day.
I am.
All right, never stop taking those. Okay. I don't know what to do about him masturbating in his sleep. Why don't you tell him to stop?
Okay.
All right.
And this would be the first of many behaviors that she comes across, I suspect, with him.
Yeah. He's working as a temp at a warehouse. That's a bad sign. It's like working as a temp. It's like a fast food temp. Mm-hmm. Well, I really couldn't get the gig, at Arby's, But what I do is I'll go over to Taco Bell for a few days, and I'll go to McDonald's, and I'll go to Burger King, and I'll go to Arby's for a couple days. I didn't quite have what it takes to, for them to take me on full time at $4.27 an hour.
Or it's a day laborer that can't get himself placed.
Oh yeah, that's bad. That's bad. Even I wasn't. Well, no, I think I may have been that low. All right, we'll take a little break, and we'll come back. We'll attack more callers after this.
You have 5 seconds.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
2.
Back in a minute.
1.
Man turns animal for the erotic pleasures of women.
It's LoveLine. All right.
WEBN.
Hi, this is Dexter and Noodles from The Offspring, and you're listening to LoveLine with that asshole Adam Carolla and that guy that's full of himself, thinks he always knows what he's talking about, Dr. Drew.
I hate that guy.
I could do better than that guy.
Yes, you could. Phone number, 1-800-LOVE-191. That's Dr. Drew, Adam Carolla. Now my hand's really starting to hurt because I was talking about it. Drew says I'm going to get a cast. A hard cast?
Big one. Big club. You'll be a lot more like that.
Why do I need a hard cast? Why can't I just get one of those bowling type casts? You know, the bowling, the wrist brace?
Oh, please.
Can
You're going to have a major surgery.
Something with Velcro? That's not major surgery. I could do it if I had a ballpoint pen and a fifth of tequila. Tracy?
Hi.
What's going on? You're 28.
Yeah, I'm 20. Okay. I love you guys a lot. I love you too, Adam, a lot. I love you a lot. The question is that I have breast implants right now, but I'm going to get them enlarged in a couple of weeks. And I'm really nervous. I don't know why about losing the sense, some of the nerves around the breast. I have a feeling that, something bad's going to happen. I don't know. What are the chances?
Did you lose some sensation first time around?
A little. I had a really botched up breast job the first time. And, so I want to get them fixed. Like, the scarring is really bad.
What size are you now?
I'm a 34C, and I want to go. So something, I don't know. I want to be something close, a bigger, like to a D maybe.
Sure. And how long ago did you have the first one?
About 7 years ago. I was 21.
And why was it botched?
There's lots of scarring.
Scarring of the skin, not the capsule scarring.
The scarring? No, it's underneath. A lot of huge line. I guess where they inserted the implant underneath the breast.
So they went under the breast, not around the nipple or not in the armpit.
No.
Underneath.
Yeah, okay. And it's the line. It's got to be at least 4 inches, maybe. It's really big and thick, and it's awful.
Are you dark skinned?
Yes.
So that's going to happen again.
Okay, it is.
Keloid.
Yeah.
Dark skinned people tend to scar a little more intensely.
It's a way the Lord punishes all people of color, right, Drew? Is that true?
And what did you form a capsule scar around the implant itself?
No, actually, no. They're soft.
Okay, and they're using saline or
they're saline.
Okay.
Yeah, because that what is that stuff, Drew? That silicone? That's I was going to say a proven killer, but actually, there's no data to support any of that. But it's all right. You'll be safe with the saline.
Okay.
What are you doing? What were you doing at 21 getting the boob job?
I thought that make me more confident, and I looked right after the operation. I looked down and I was like, this is not the size I wanted. I want them bigger. I mean, I think the doctor put whatever he wanted inside of me. And
well, usually the doctor will actually have you wear like a bra with one of those the size you want in it.
Yeah,
oh, really?
He didn't do that.
He didn't do that?
No, he just said, I'm going to put a size in you that I think would fit your body type. And
what were you before the operation?
I was maybe an A.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now you're stepping up again.
Yeah, I want to go bigger. I mean, I just want the size that I wanted, from the very beginning.
Right. Okay.
I don't know.
So, I don't know what.
Yes, it can affect sensation.
Oh, okay.
Is it going to affect more than what you already had? Hard to say. It's real hard to say.
It's okay.
All right.
But the scarring is going to be there, and you have to talk to them about that.
Okay.
Okay?
All right, Tracy.
All right.
Are you a stripper or anything?
I wanted to do that, but I don't know. I have the body for it, but I don't think that I don't have the confidence, I don't think.
Well, you're 28. It's time to strip or get off the pot, as my grandfather used to say.
Okay.
Well, it's not. It's interesting that she sees it as confidence. I see it as that need.
Sanity.
Yeah, that need to do it. She doesn't have that, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not confidence. It's more crazy.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right there.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like, people, it's like, do you have the confidence to rob a bank?
Yeah, or to be a prostitute.
Or to be a prostitute. I mean, it takes, in a way, if you just sort of break it down, it takes a lot of nerve to walk into a bank with a shotgun, right? Or to meet some guy on the street and give him a hand job in an alley somewhere. I mean, in a way, take a lot more than, doing stand-up or something, right?
Yeah, but it's not confidence, is it?
No, it isn't. Jamie.
Yeah.
You're 28?
Yes, I am.
What's going on?
Adam, I just got to say this. While you come off like this typical low forehead, breast infatuated guy, I happened to catch you on Craig Kilborn, and I was totally touched by how fast you jumped up to help that cheerleader chick who fell flat on her face.
Yeah, well, she did have huge double D breasts.
And probably weighed her down quite a bit, but you leaped up so damn quickly. I thought that was really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah. I don't really think of myself as a Neanderthal, by the way. I know a lot of folks who listen do. I don't get that impression from myself.
No, Neanderthal, low forehead. I'm generalizing because of the whole man show and the whole preoccupation with breast size and all that. But the fact that you've been in a relationship for a few years with an obviously cool woman,
and with Jesus Christ, let's not forget about him.
No, she is obviously cool, but she obviously also must be a little something.
Oh, you talking about Lynette?
To put up with the likes of Adam?
Please.
Come on.
Golden.
Now.
Well, he's a witty guy, though, Drew. He's like an average-looking guy, but the wit sort of sends him up into the hot.
Yeah, but Jamie, I beg to, I don't mean to burst everyone's bubble, but the mics and the lights are off. Adam is not funny.
Oh.
He barely talks.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
That's true.
I could have gone pretty much all day out here.
But I am better looking, especially when the lights are off. All right.
What's going on?
All right, listen.
Seriously, Jamie, you just give me a 5 physically, that's it?
Drew, you know what? I actually think you're pretty hot, Adam.
All right, that's more like it.
I'm telling you, I get a little wet when I see you on the telly.
Just a little wet?
Oh!
Okay.
But it's interesting how we were talking a year or so ago about how women don't really realize they put it on attractiveness more than physicality. It's something they get attracted by more than just the
physicality.
Right, just the physical appearance. There's something more sort of feeds them, and they're not even aware of it.
Right.
It says, oh, someone's so attractive, and you think, well, why?
Well, you know what? I can tell you that I was in love with a really hot-looking guy who didn't have it all inside. So in the end, the looks really don't matter. It's all about what you've got inside. And that's why even if you're say a 7 on a 1 to 10 scale, wit and personality brings you way up over the 10. And there are women out there.
What was our other part of our scale? Position?
Can you go over the 10 though?
Sure you can.
I don't like these scales. Like the last 2 reviews, some shows I've done have gotten in the New York Post have been -3 stars.
Yeah, but you don't really listen to critics. Come on.
No, I don't care.
Yeah.
But the point is, well, I do a little bit, of course, but I don't like the 110% and the minus whatever stars. I don't like that. It screws everything up for me.
Okay, well, what kind of system or rating system would you go on?
Well, you just, you go
the system you got.
You go 1 to 10, but the second you go, this dude was an 11, now I'm off. I don't buy it anymore.
It's no longer a 10 scale.
That's right. Thank you. Okay, Jamie.
Jamie, what's going on?
All right, my question is actually, Dr. Drew, this is about my ex, actually, the fabulous-looking guy, who has been in traditional therapy, and it doesn't appear to be working for him.
What does that mean, traditional therapy?
Seeing a therapist once a week.
What's the level of training of the therapist?
What's the level of therapist?
Training. What's the training of the therapist?
LSCW?
So it's a social worker, right?
Yeah. Somebody who's in training and under the guidance of somebody who's...
interesting.
The words are
What's your boyfriend trying to work out?
Well, he, sadly enough, was abused by his mother sexually when he was young and became very disconnected from himself as a result.
That's a hard one to overcome.
Very, and gosh, I still care very much about it.
How long's he been going to therapy?
Well, he recently quit.
How long had he gone?
He had been going for over a year.
Okay, that's Jamie.
Yeah.
Please, that's for something like that. That's not even getting on the launching pad.
Yeah, I kind of...
Well, listen, Jamie.
Yeah?
How old is this guy?
28.
Yeah. He's got, 8 years of intensive therapy. Yeah.
But is there a possibility? Now, I've read the book by the Dr. Brian Weiss, the one about, many lives, many masters, and how we've been here before, and how when you are regressed, that somehow if you have anxieties or neuroses in this right here and now, that if you go under, if you're regressed, that they may ease up.
Jamie, everybody's looking for a simple solutions to very painful, complex problems. And if that really worked, do you think people would withhold that? Think of all the people that we could help if we knew that worked.
But
there's lots of people like your boyfriend out there, and we would be using that, I promise.
What kind of past life?
Your friend, the hypnotist, advocates this stuff.
What friend, the hypnotist?
You had some guy up here that about a year or so ago was a hypnotist, remember?
Oh, yeah. He just hypnotizes people at NBA games for laughs.
But he believes that you can put people in regress states and that there's interesting results.
You can give people positive suggestions, get them to quit smoking or something like that. But this past life thing, that's ridiculous. What past life? Besides, he was a king, wasn't he, in his past life anyway? So how's that going to help him? I mean, imagine you go from being...
What a coincidence. Him too?
Yeah. Everyone was a king. And there was one serf.
I've met several knights.
Yeah, that's true. There's a couple probably guys on the way up. Yeah, it's right. It's like you go from being a nobility to getting molested by your mom. That doesn't seem like... that seems like a bit of a drop. But listen, let's talk to Jamie for one more second. Jamie, this guy's a serious handful. We're
not together anymore.
Good. Your mother. What did his mother? Did his mother have sex with him?
He doesn't remember everything. I think there was maybe some fondling, kissing, and perhaps maybe some oral.
That is going to screw you up badly.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty aware of it.
Let me look. Wait. Let me Karnak here. Is there an addiction in his family? Just not him. Just tell me in the family.
No, not that I'm aware of. His mother was he's from a foreign country, and his mother's actually sort of respected in her field, educated. And his father, of course, left when he was about 3 or so, and I think that his mother transferred him in the place of...
yeah, whatever. There's more than that, believe me, because this is beyond that. Yeah. But so I would predict he'd be probably a sexual addict or sexual compulsive.
It's his only power.
Okay, well, Jamie, do not get into rationalizations about it.
Stay out of this.
It's just that's the behavior you see from somebody that's been through that history. Don't get into he has the only way. Forget it. It is the behavior. Forget the thought part. Just you realize that's what the behavior is, goes with that.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the guy, but 28 years worth of therapy. Your mom is giving you a BJ. That is serious. Maybe in your teens, when you could use one.
It's a kind. If he wants to look into intensive treatment, there are treatment centers that treat sexual compulsivity now, and that is something worth considering.
Mm-hmm. Do you know what you were in your past life, Drew?
King Arthur.
You're a king?
Arthur.
Yeah. Well, I was a king.
You
Arthur.
Too?
Yeah, no, everyone was a king.
You were King Arthur.
We're all kings. Nobody sifted dung.
How could that be?
You don't know.
There was one King Arthur and 40 billion dung sifters. How could it be?
No, they're all kings. That's what I love about it. And you know what no one ever did in their past life? A little this, a little that. Nobody ever did a little this, a little that. I mean, this whole country, this whole planet is really just chock full of people who do a little this, do a little that, sell a little something, nothing much, nothing exciting, except for it was all about, everyone was nobility. Sure. That makes perfect sense, folks. We'll be back.
LoveLine, Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. The phone number's 1-800-LOVE-191.
We'll be right back.
Oh, yeah, right there.
It's LoveLine on WEDM.
It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That is Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. And I know you want to go to line 4, but look at line 1 there, Drew.
All right.
Katie,
Hi.
you're 14. What's going on?
My parents are in a polygamous relationship, and I was wondering if that's going to, like, screw me up later up in life.
Polygamous really means that dad has multiple wives, right?
Actually, Mom has multiple husbands.
Uh-huh.
Mom has multiple husbands.
Now, bigamy is just one. I mean, or two. Like bi. Right, Drew?
I'm looking up.
So people get confused between, I think, polygamy and bigamy.
Hold on.
But bigamy is bi, that's two, and polygamy, that's poly. That's many, right?
Yeah, polygamous. Polygamy. Wait a minute. Marriage in which a spouse of either sex may have more than one mate at the same time.
Uh-huh. So how many husbands does your mom have?
2, and they both live with us.
Uh-huh. And
wait a minute.
Okay, so then you couldn't have a dad that had, what can you have?
My mother is married to one man, but then she has sex with another guy that lives in the basement.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's not polygamy.
Perfectly normal, perfully healthy.
It's just plain old screwed up.
My brother and I don't like it at all.
Yeah, it's good that they give it a fancy name, though. As
Why do
opposed to, I'm banging a guy in the basement against a water heater.
Why do you even know that?
He's lived here since I was like 8 or 9.
How do you know she has sex with him?
Because they trade off nights, like which guy gets to sleep upstairs.
Oh, that is just bizarre.
I'm going to start implementing that. I got a basement. And you want to live in my basement and have sex with me? Let's see, like Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, you could come out the bedroom. Lynette goes down to the basement.
You come over to my house and live in my basement.
Oh, okay.
Then you and Doug switch.
All right, I like Doug. I got no problem with that. I really like Doug. Wow. All right, so where is your original father, Katie?
He's here.
Oh, so your biological father. Now, is he in the basement?
No, right now.
Well, in general. I mean,
is he the basement guy or the upstairs guy?
He's upstairs usually.
He's upstairs.
Every 2 nights.
Yeah, just stay out of this, Katie. Your parents have got big.
And the guy in the basement, is that just a guy that your folks met?
He's my dad's best friend.
Mm-hmm. And you have a brother?
Yeah.
How old is your brother?
He's 10.
Hey, do you know that Mom is the one with this guy?
Yeah.
How do you know that?
Because he's lived here for so long, I mean.
Yeah, but how do you know this isn't some sort of front for something else?
You mean
What do you
like
mean?
Dad?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because my dad's never...
Doesn't that make more sense?
Well, yeah, I mean, I know what you're saying, but...
I don't know.
My dad's never with him ever.
Okay.
I mean...
Katie's head's going to explode now, Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like on the brink of tears.
Okay, listen. Do your folks drink or do drugs?
My dad, makes wine, so yeah, I guess.
Down in the basement?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's other stuff that's
I
happening.
wonder how much corking is going on in that basement.
My dad and this guy's other best friend, they were all best friends. He molested me since I was 4 to 11.
Oh, no.
And then I was on a trip recently, and some guy felt me up on this train ride.
Brilliant.
At school.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. I'd really, I'd like to put a bullet in the head of your dad's and your mom's, and really just, I really... Hold on, let me just talk to Drew for a second. Hey, see, to me, you're a criminal. You're just a criminal.
There's no doubt about it.
Hey, listen, I couldn't put... You know what? If I wanted to raise a goddamn goose in my yard, I couldn't do it. That thing would start honking, and then the neighbors would call the Humane Society, and then some marshals would show up.
Hey, before you put
tell
the
me
goose
I
in
couldn't
there.
put the goose in my yard.
Before you put it in, you'd have a million hoops to jump through.
Oh, yeah, I'd have to go down and blow half of City Hall, the half that I haven't had to blow to put the addition on my garage. I'd have to get to the second half of City Hall so I could have the goose in my yard. But have as many kids as you want, put them in the basement with Uncle Ernie, the winemaker, and free love. All right, this is a disaster. Katie, have you ever gotten any, professional help? Has anybody ever...
I did for a while, but I really didn't like it. I don't think it helped.
Who was it that helped you?
It was a therapist.
And he or she knew the whole story here?
Yeah, except for the polygamy. She didn't know the polygamy. She knew about the molestation.
And who was it that molested you? A friend?
It was my dad and this guy's best friend.
A third.
My best friend's father, too. who's now going to school with me.
Was it your dad too, though?
No.
My dad didn't do anything to me.
No, just his friends.
It was the good buddy that hung out with these other two prizes.
Yeah.
Right. What's your dad do for a living?
He's a winemaker.
Oh, that's what he does for a living?
Yeah.
Wow.
Makes wine, sells wine.
Wow. Jesus Christ. Where do you live? Up north?
No.
No. Okay. I don't know. What's the answer for young Katie here? This is a disaster.
You got to get back into some kind of treatment, Katie. It's not you've had so much happen.
I was also suicidal for a while, and I was a cutter. And
all right. Well, no surprise with what you're dealing with, and God knows your parents are not going to be a lot of help, and that's unfortunate. Just based on our judgment of them, the way they behave, it's not going to be good. They're not going to be useful to you in terms of helping you heal from all this. You got to get in some sort of healing mode. You must, because you're only 14. You've been awfully abused. Your parents. I'm sorry you have the parents you have. They're despicable. They've not been adequate parents for you.
I hope there's some problem in the fermentation process and the barrel just explodes and just takes out the entire family. I really do. That is my sincere wish for this family, other than Katie and her young brother, who's destined to do God knows what to society after the polygamous folks are done with him. I don't know.
They're not even polygamous.
No, it's not even polygamous. There's a guy I bang who lives in the basement. Yeah. That ain't polygamy. Polygamy sounds like some sort of degree. You know what I mean?
Right.
Well, my major in polygamy with a emphasis in bisexuality. I mean, it's like, wow, it's pretty heady stuff. Must have had to pull some pretty good grades to get that polygamy degree.
I'm going to give Katie a phone number. She got to call something.
All right, Katie, write this number down. Go ahead.
800-540-4000.
All right, one more time, Drew.
800-540-4000 or 800-422-4453.
Okay, call that number, please, Katie. Megan.
Yeah.
You're 20.
Yeah, I was just wondering how much it is for a bag of heroin.
How much for a bag of heroin? How much is heroin?
For a hit, yeah.
Why?
Because I don't want to get ripped off.
You don't get ripped off? It's like $6 a pound. How much is it now, a pound, Drew?
It's very little.
It's like what coffee is.
That's right.
$6-7 a pound.
Right. What was that, Drew? How much is it?
Well, I need to know what you're up to here. We're obviously not going to help you buy heroin.
She wants to do heroin. You want to do heroin?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was really interested in it when I read a book about it and just stuff like that.
Have you done heroin before?
No.
No. Have you done other drugs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I smoked pot, but not before I determined to do heroin. I just smoked pot a few weeks ago.
Hey, Megan.
What is up, Megan?
Don't take this the wrong way, but do you have any kind of disorder?
Medical problem?
Like a mental disorder?
Or medical?
Anything.
They said I had a personality disorder, but I don't know.
Do you have a few different personalities?
No. Like borderline?
They said, okay, this lady, she's all borderline personality disorder provisional.
Yeah.
But later they just said personality disorder, not otherwise specified.
So would you need extra heroin if you had, a couple personalities or another personality?
Believe me, borderline is plenty.
Oh, you don't need extra heroin? Seemed like you'd need a stronger, stiffer dose to sort of, give everyone a fix.
Right.
No.
Borderline is pretty rough.
All right.
Megan was sexually abused.
Yeah? That's what you think?
Sure.
Okay. You want to put some money on that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Drew goes sexual abuse?
And physical abuse. Like big time.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go for
perfectly normal?
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy. We'll be back to deal with Megan after this.
I feel so liquidy. Really? Why? You're listening to LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. LoveLine will be right back.
It is the Love Line. We are going to take a quick 10-second timeout. We'll be back with more of the show in just 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on
Radio
Station.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191.
If you can get the same tire.
Drew got a ooh.
That was nice.
Thank you. Drew,
thanks for swallowing afterwards, too. I appreciate that.
Drew got a flat yesterday on the freeway, and he was explaining to me how easy and simple it was to change a tire, and that he had a full-size spare with the same rim and the same tire. It was very convenient. And I said, you change a tire yourself? And he said, no, I had someone do it. Drew keeps
I said, of course not.
Drew keeps a guy in the trunk just in the event that he might break down.
I figured you'd appreciate that. As
I know you couldn't have done it yourself.
I thought, nah, if I talk about this, I know what's going to happen.
Well, so what was your question? So you got to get new tires now?
Yeah.
So what do you have, like 235, 40 series 17s or something?
I don't even know.
They intentionally make tires sizes that makes no sense at all, so nobody can understand. But basically it's like this. You got the size of your rim, 15, 16, 17. Then you got the tire size would be, 235, 225, 185. And then you have the series. That's the height to width ratio. The lower the series, the wider the tire. 40 series, 35 series, that's a wide tire. 80 series, that's like a bicycle tire. Know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Megan.
Yeah.
All right, so you're 20 and you have a borderline personality, right?
That was provisional, the diagnosis.
Well, it was interesting. I came up with that same diagnosis just based on your musing about heroin, right?
Right, but I was wondering how much it was in order to get a clean needle.
Were you sexually molested?
No.
Oh, Drew.
Oh, come on.
Seriously now.
Seriously, no.
What happened growing up?
Nothing really.
Really?
Really.
No trauma? Nothing bad?
Nothing what?
Nothing bad?
Oh, no, not really.
Where's your mom?
In the living room.
What do you mean, not really?
I mean, nothing really bad happened. No.
Mm-hmm. Where's your dad?
In the bedroom.
All right. And you're still living at home?
Yeah.
What do they do for a living?
One's a librarian, one's a teacher.
I knew it. That's trouble. All right, so don't you think you have enough to worry about with your personality disorder without mixing drugs into the equation, Megan?
Apparently not. I was just wondering how much it is.
I don't know. How much is heroin? Do you know?
Mm-mm.
What do you do? How much heroin do you got to buy to get high? I mean, like a syringe full? Half a syringe? I don't know anything about heroin. I never did any heroin.
You, me or Drew?
I'm asking Drew.
Oh, good.
It's not that much. $50? $20?
Yeah, they measure it in balloons, and I don't know how much they typically will use per injection.
Well, you got to figure the balloon's going to set you back a nickel, so just factor that right in.
That's right.
All right, so Megan?
Yeah.
What else you doing besides trying to chase the dragon?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Correct.
You going to school?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like something.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Junior college?
Yeah.
Probably the smartest one in her class. What are you studying?
Right now I'm just working on general ed.
Mm-hmm. All right, you're going to transfer to a 4-year college?
Yeah.
Okay, why don't you do that and not do the heroin?
Wait, I'm already going to do the heroin.
Oh, okay.
Just wondering how much it is and, like, where to get a sterile needle.
Well, why don't you snort the heroin? Don't you think that's better?
No.
No?
No.
Why not?
Because I want to inject it.
You want to inject it?
Yeah.
Drew, how much difference is there between injecting it and snorting it?
It's hard to die from snorting it.
That's what I'm saying.
Harder.
Megan, why don't you start snorting and then, after a while you get into the injection part?
Well, I'd rather not get addicted if I can help it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you want to play it safe. You're right.
Right.
Rather just inject.
So
yeah, there really
Very
Megan, is no such thing as recreational IV heroin use.
No.
Doesn't exist.
All right. Megan, I don't know what's going on, but back to the shrink. Take that medication. And I think you should get away from that junior college environment. I think it's bringing you down. Am I right, Drew?
No, awful.
Oh, boy. She can't be serious. Well, I mean, she's serious, but she's not going to do it. Now, she wouldn't call and ask. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Borderline.
Well, borderline, but I think it's more... If she wanted to do it, she'd do it. She's not going to call us and talk about it. Gia?
Borderline is a histrionic and narcissistic disorder, so they tend to do stuff like that.
Yeah. Don't you have to kind of create a borderline, though, through horrible, horrific trauma?
Usually, yeah, but not necessarily, as you're finding out from our lovely caller.
Gia?
Yeah.
You're 17?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Okay, my problem is that, a few months ago, my friend, who's a really good friend of mine, he said that he liked me. He wanted to be my boyfriend and stuff. And I didn't really want to then. I was just like, no, we should just stay friends. And then recently, I really started to like him. And so we were kind of together. But then last night, he called me and told me that he was in love with his ex-girlfriend, and he wanted to be with her, and he didn't want to be with me anymore and stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know how to get over him. I mean, and I know I have to, because obviously he doesn't really like me that much. He likes her more than he likes me, he said. And I don't know, I've been crying, and I don't know.
Did he really say that?
He said he likes her more than he likes me.
So it's like he said, listen, Gia, it's not that I don't like you, it's just I like her more?
Exactly.
Why?
How
he's
could
smooth.
It's no wonder you'd be so stuck on a jewel like that.
Silky. Yeah, he's got to go into politics, this guy.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's 16.
Oh, and a year younger.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Jeez, where do you grow balls that big, by the tender age of 16, where you're telling older chicks, listen, I'm done with you, I'm on to your friend, you're all right. Here's something you can take with you for another 15, 20 years.
Oh, Jay, you'll look back at this and be so grateful for him for letting you go.
I don't know. Listen, Gia?
Yeah.
I don't know here's how I would explain this experience and how I would explain it to every young person. It's sort of like I don't know, taking a little kid on the Pirates of the Caribbean or something. It's not real. You may get scared, you may be horrified, you may buy into it, you may think your boat's going to blow up. It's just not real, and everyone goes through it.
Yeah.
And somehow you get a little bit older, you get a little wiser, and you look back and laugh at it. As a matter of fact, you don't even really remember it. Do you?
But you're going to do great, really. You could hear, and
yeah, she sounded.
You're going to be fine, and you got to be uncomfortable for a little while.
Drew, do you remember those relationships? I mean, in any kind of effective manner. I mean, what I mean is do you feel anything attached to them?
No.
Like from high school?
No. Other than the general tone of depression that I had.
I don't want you to kill yourself, but what I mean is don't you just look at yourself like you were a different person?
Yeah.
And so therefore it didn't happen to you? Not you, the present you?
Yeah.
Like that wasn't you, that was you in high school?
Right.
And whatever that was just was?
Something he or she had to go through, yeah.
Yeah, like you just sort of, it was like you're almost like hovering above yourself, watching yourself go through this horrible experience, but almost like, a bad day of football practice or something. Just people yelling, it's hot, you're rolling around, but it's not, you don't really feel that pain anymore now, do you?
No.
No. Really?
Not that it's pleasant to think about, thank you.
Right. But you're not reliving it on a daily basis. It doesn't seem to have any discernible effect on your day-to-day life.
More, I would say, on the level of shame and embarrassment for ever having gone through it. It's
right.
That kind of feeling.
Yeah. Yeah, once in a while I think about some of the junk I did. It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
that's
shameful,
right.
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
You're 16.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, you guys are great. Listen to you every night. And
thanks.
Adam, I can't wait till you're in charge because you get things done.
That's right.
And just to clarify the scale thing, yes, caller a couple calls back, the scale of attractiveness.
Right.
Just to make it sure, once you get to 10, the woman actually has to float.
Oh, really?
Have wings.
Yeah, she actually hovers a couple inches off the ground.
All right, so she has to levitate in order to get to 10.
Speaking of a scale, I believe our book is still in print, and there's a whole scale system outlined there, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. We gotta check that out one day. All right, Mark. What's going on?
Mostly what I'm asking about, one of my friend's dad, I talked to him today, and I found out he just got committed into basically psychiatric evaluation.
A friend's dad?
Yeah, I talked to him tonight.
No. The friend just got put in, right?
Yeah, and his dad talked to me tonight.
I see. Okay.
And I was just kind of wondering what kind of goes on in these places. He just got put in earlier this week, and I was wondering when I could go visit him, or is there...
Let me tell you what to expect. I've visited a friend or two in the psych ward. A lot of guys in Napoleon outfits.
No.
And guys running, and other guys with big butterfly nets, chasing after them. These huge nets, the butterfly nets with long sticks on the end of them. Right, Drew?
How'd you know?
I know what goes on.
Into this, can I come to you?
And big Indians. Big Indian guys who are like tearing drinking fountains off and throwing them through windows. Oh, yes.
Now, Mark, I would go back, if you have a good level of communication with the guy's dad, ask the dad when it's okay to go in. They're visiting hours, and it's just like any other hospital.
I mean, I was planning to go talk to his parents because they seemed like they got hit pretty hard by it.
What happened?
Well, he kind of, like, over the past year and a half, 2 years, he became a different person, and I've known him since elementary school.
Doing what? Doing drugs?
Yeah, doing drugs, and from what I found out, he was doing this stuff called poor man's PCP, which is a wonderful little concoction.
Of what?
It's something about Robitussin that's been boiled down into its elements with, I think, some cocaine thrown in.
Well, if you got cocaine, why do you got to toss that in? I mean, just do the coke, right?
Well, the dextromethorphan has got hallucinogenic properties to it. That's where a lot of the personality changes came from, too.
Okay.
He needs to be hospitalized. Oh, my God.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
all right, talk to the dad. Figure it out. It's all right. He'll be mellowed out. You've probably never seen him better, probably. Maybe he's cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah, but that kind of thing takes months or even years before things...
Go and visit him a couple of years.
But
say like maybe fall of 2002.
If there are meetings or things you can go to that supports his care, go ahead and participate. The more important people in that person's life are actually participating in treatment, usually the better.
Yeah. All right. There's Rochelle.
Hi.
Hey, you're 18.
Yeah, I actually have a question for Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
Mostly recently, but it's been kind of off and on for my whole life. I can't hold my urine.
Just at given times during the day, you'll unload your entire...
Yeah, well, I can feel it coming, but like once... Like I'll have to like sit down and it's like painful and I just can't hold it.
So the entirety of your bladder contents will unload.
I think so, and then a lot of the times like I urinate pretty frequently during the day. So unless I'm near a bathroom, pretty much, yeah.
Have you been checked to see if you have an infection?
Well, I recently went to a gynecologist and I didn't ask him about it. I'm kind of embarrassed to tell them, but.
Oh, Rochelle, you've got to get this checked out. Why go if you're going to not get these things? I mean,
the guy's, hold on, the guy's knee deep in your rice patty there. Write that one down, Drew. I don't know if I've ever used that in place of vagina, and you're embarrassed to say that you may have a little bladder infection?
Well, I figured that, when I was 13 years old, obviously my parents would find out about it because I used to wet the bed. And I went to a doctor, and nobody really knew anything, or nobody really found anything to be wrong.
Yeah.
And I figured after the gynecologist would have told me something if there was something wrong. Right?
No, he would have to be looking especially for that problems in that area, which require an entirely different kind of workup. And here's the real problem, is that there are infections in there. They can get up into the kidney, and you can die from that, or it can cause kidney failures. All kinds of things can happen.
Yeah.
Also, if your bladder, if there's some really substantial dysfunction of the bladder, again, that too can affect the kidney function, which is so exquisitely important. There are tons of medication now that can help people with getting the bladder to evacuate completely and or to help you contain the urine.
Yeah.
There's a lot that can be done with this depending on what the diagnosis is.
Now, why is it some days, Drew, I'm pissing every 20 minutes, and then other days it doesn't seem like I pee the whole day? Is it really based on what I've been drinking that day? How much I've been sweating?
Yeah, for the most part. And how much salt you take in.
Oh, really? It doesn't seem to vary that much from day to day, though, you know?
And then
a pretty set schedule.
The way you work yourself, how much you irritate your prostate.
Oh, you mean with my masturbatory habits?
Yeah.
That'll make me pee?
Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm not masturbating that much. I mean, I may be down to 4 days a week or something like that.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not feeling well, to tell you the truth. I mean, sure, physically I'm fine, but emotionally, I'm a mess.
Are you more frequently with your girlfriend, your fiance?
Could be. Yeah, maybe.
So you're actually...
I'm trying to think.
Amazing. I mean, reality is creeping into your fantasy world? I'm sorry, but...
Yeah, it's rough.
Uh-huh.
No, there may be a little of that. Generally, I don't know. I'm just, 4 days a week. That sounds about right, right?
You've lost the will to live. Let's be serious.
Yeah, I'm slowing down a little. Plus, my hand is really aching now.
You don't just use your left hand.
Yeah. What, do you think I work a foot in there, too, or an eye socket? What do you mean of course I just use my left hand. What are you talking about? I'm left-handed. I can't use my right hand. Although, wait a minute. If I get this surgery, oh, Christ, no. I'm going to have to start using my right hand now. That's what I should do.
Training.
Yeah. How should I do this? Put in like 5 minutes with the right hand and then switch over to the left hand, but start working the right hand implementing the right hand?
You ought to talk to your penis about it.
If I get surgery on this hand, am I going to have a cast that is able to manipulate myself with?
It's going to be like a club for a while.
It's going to be like a club?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I could really do damage to myself with that club. I'm going to have to work something out, Drew. I'm going to start training with my right hand. From now on, I do everything with my right hand, Drew. I'm going to write with my right hand. I'm going to drink the coffee. I'll hoist a mug with my right hand.
I won't hold my breath. Okay. Well, I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay.
Right.
I'm even going to signal for turns with my right hand. All right. Where are we going here, Drew? Over here?
Yeah.
See, I use my right hand for the button.
Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah.
You're 19.
I'm impressed.
Yes, I am. My wife just got out of the hospital after 2 weeks for a kidney infection. Now, the doctors explained to her about, kidney infection, but it didn't compute to both of us, so we were going to ask Drew what causes the kidney infection.
So we just finished a discussion about urine, right?
Huh?
You heard what I was just telling Rochelle about the urine?
Yeah.
All right, so basically kidney infections are urinary tract infections, bladder infections that go untreated.
Okay.
And if she's pregnant, did you say she was pregnant?
Mm-hmm, yes.
It can be very serious in pregnancy.
Yeah, well, she got it taken care of and everything, but she also had a fever and everything, too.
Well...
That's why they wouldn't let her out of the hospital.
But that's what happens with the kidney infection. The bacteria get into when bacteria get into your viscera, into your organs. That is a very serious situation.
Okay.
And you can go into shock and die in a very short period of time.
Okay.
And repeated infections, and even sometimes one bad infection, can cause abscesses, can cause kidney failure. It's a mess.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, will she be okay even after her next pregnancy? What are the odds of it happening in her next pregnancy?
37%. Between 37 and 39%.
Once somebody has had one, they do tend to be prone to others, but it's important that she pay attention to her urine. If she has any urinary symptoms, she get it checked out immediately. Or perhaps work with a doctor for a while to see if she's having these things recurrently, have them documented, and then you can come up with a plan for treatment, because some people need to take antibiotics all the time for this.
I now pee in the sink almost exclusively. Do you realize that, Drew?
In the sink?
Yeah, I pee in the sink.
I just saw you pee in a toilet back here.
That's probably the one time. Enjoy it, because that's it. I pee at my house. I pee in the sink constantly. I don't know where I got in the habit. I brush my teeth and stuff. It's penis height. I just pee right in the sink. That's all right, isn't it?
You're a builder. Why don't you just build a little basin?
I really should. Well, that's what the sink is. I now look at it as a urinal. I don't look at it as a sink anymore. Is that wrong? It's not that big a deal, is it? Urine is sterile, right?
Yeah.
I'm a busy man. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm standing in front of the mirror.
The toilet's, one step behind you?
Here's a problem with the toilet. Not only do you oftentimes have to lift the seat up and sometimes even put it back, but there's always a lot of splattering and missing and flushing going on. It's really an involved project. Whereas a sink's no mess, no hassle.
Why don't you just let me catheterize you? We'll just be done with the whole thing.
That's good.
All right?
All right. I gotta believe there's more guys that pee in the sink. Is it just me? I'm the only guy who pees in the sink? Really? Other guys are jealous. Drew, you don't pee in the sink at all?
No.
Not in the kitchen sink, because that's too high. But in the bathroom, I brush my teeth. I pee in the sink while I'm brushing my teeth.
Doesn't seem right.
It doesn't?
Mm-mm.
What a dumb thing to do.
I don't know. I've never had any difficulties with it. It just makes sense. I know my friends
so
do
wrong.
it. Is it wrong?
Well,
Yeah.
Hey, does Lynette know about this?
Yeah, she's.
I mean, doesn't she wash her face in there? And
Yeah, she doesn't stuff her face into the sink, though. You know, just run a little water. I run a little water in
wait,
there.
I've been in your bathroom. It's not that big.
No, the toilet's directly behind
Right
the sink.
behind you.
Yeah.
I have a few bathrooms, you know. I like to.
Your bedroom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
what were you
right.
doing up there, Ann?
Yeah, what were you doing up there, Ann?
Trying to get Ralph out.
Oh, that's right. I had a party once. You know, I went to bed. Oh, was he up there a different time? It was a funny scene. I had a party at my house like a year ago. Everyone left the house, and me and Lynette went upstairs to go to bed. We got into bed, shut the lights, pulled the covers over our head, and heard like in our bathroom. It's like scared me. I was like, "What's going on in the bathroom?" Try to open the bathroom door. It's locked. Like, what is going on in there? Bang on the door. My buddy Ralph comes out of there with a girl. It's like he went in there an hour earlier. Meanwhile, the party just ended. Everyone packed up and went home. You know, threw away the beer bottles, shut the lights, crawled into bed. He's still in the bathroom, and it's in my bedroom. I bet he peed in the sink. I bet he peed in that sink. Brian?
Yeah.
You're 35.
Hi, yeah, I came across, Dr. Drew, an article on editorial in the LA Times a few weeks ago by Carol Tavris, well-known social psychologist, and they did, she was talking about a study that was done. They did a statistical analysis of 59 studies, and they found out that their researchers found no overall link between childhood sexual abuse and later emotional disorders or unusual psychological problems of adulthood. I was reading for the article there.
Yeah, those I'm trying to remember why meta-analyses are out
That's
there,
right.
and it's why people take issue with meta-analyses, because very often they are so far from reality that they're bizarre in their conclusions sometimes.
Well, what do they count as abuse?
Well, that's the whole thing. There's so many it's multiple different studies being evaluated in one sort of clump, and you can really start to mess around with the numbers when you do that.
Well, what's the point of a study like that, though?
Well, to try to pool data, and people try to prove whatever point they want to make by pulling data that way. But it sometimes when you're trying to link cigarette smoking and breast cancer, so large kinds of population studies, you need to sort of link these behaviors with an outcome. It can be at least useful in sort of guiding future research, but it would never be considered, I don't think, a conclusion or conclusive of anything.
Well, it sounds sort of ludicrous, though, that being sexually abused wouldn't seem to affect.
Well, it's ludicrous. Yeah, it's just ludicrous, because how do we magically how can we magically come to these conclusions that we know when people are sexually abused? Are we
You're manufacturing.
Yeah, we're manufacturing all this. And why? How about all the thousands of people I've seen in the psychiatric hospitals? Is that just magical?
Let me read. Tell you a little bit more about it. It said that some children, the children who showed harm, were the ones who came from terrible family environments. So, in other words, if you come from a terrible family environment and you're sexually abused, you receive harm from it. If you don't come from a terrible family environment, you apparently don't.
That I can believe with. But I can believe that conclusion, but so far, I've never met a family where a child's being sexually abused. It's not just awful. It's not a horrible situation.
Well, they're counting abuse from outside of the family to children who don't come.
Yeah,
from
but strangely, the predominant situation is. Listen, I'll tell you one thing that is true is that they've shown that a single encounter doesn't necessarily have to mean total destruction. That is absolutely true. And so when you look at those big studies like these meta-analyses, I could see how that kind of conclusion could come through. So there's something there.
Is there anything about peeing in the sink?
As a matter of fact, Adam, no.
You ever do that, Brian?
I've thought about it many times, and once I even thought of you, but no, I just couldn't bring myself to pee in the sink. The toilet's right there. Why bother?
Yeah, thank you, Brian.
A lot of guys don't have that kind of courage. You're right, Brian.
Thank you feel free to bring articles to the table here. And by the way,
I'm brushing my teeth.
Just hang on about the pee in the sink for a second. At drdrew.com, that's one of the things I really want to do is have people interacting about stuff like this. Bring studies in, interact, create discussion groups around them and stuff.
Okay.
And so please go ahead and log on. We're still giving away books and trips and trying to answer everybody's question. Yeah, you're gonna meet some of our users.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. Chris?
Yeah.
You're 21.
Yep.
I just want to talk to you about peeing in the sink, man.
You pee in the sink?
Yeah, but when you're loaded, you've had 3 6-packs, and you stumble home, and you can't find the toilet, right?
No,
It's dark.
every morning when you wake up, man.
Oh, Chris.
Pee in the sink. It's easier with an erection, I'll tell you that. It doesn't get all over the place.
Exactly.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
And then with that tape, I got to go.
Okay. Now I really got to pee, too.
Let's go.
All right, nice talking to you, Adam.
All right, Chris. Thank you. Keep up the synchronization. And we'll be back.
This is Loveline. Loveline will be right back.
It's Loveline.
It is Loveline. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. And let's hop back on the phones. Yes, Drew.
I'm going to make it all happen on the web is the thing. Just going to broadcast on the web.
Drew's going to broadcast on the web.
Yep. We're going to have an interactive talk show 2-3 times a week.
While Drew's doing that, I'm going to try to switch from left hand to right hand in my masturbatory habits. It's not going to be easy.
Arrange some kind of peenie sink.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, got to pee in that sink. I peed just now. Drew and I we go to the bathroom together. I peed in something called, what was that called?
Commode.
It's toilet?
Toilet, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting little device. There it is. It's on the floor. It's filled with water.
I want you to come on the web thing, to the webcast.
All right.
Come on.
Please.
Suck
James,
it up, big guy.
you're 18.
Yeah.
My clinic's guy.
I just like to tell you that I think everybody pees in the sink, and it's just like masturbation.
That's right.
And they just don't want to talk about it.
That's right. That's right.
Well, but Adam's, it's one thing to have peed in the sink.
The silent majority is coming out to defend their leader.
To have peed in the sink is one thing, but to make a practice, you don't live with a woman long with them having that knowledge that you're doing that.
I don't know.
No, Lynette. We talked, Lynette, please.
I got 3 sinks. I spread it around. All right. I can't get to the kitchen one yet, but I'm having a step belt.
Splatters. You can't help it.
No, the splatters,
splattering.
No, actually, I'll defend Adam on that one. The splatter is determined by the distance from the genitalia.
Yeah, less splatter. That's why I go with the sink. But I actually just unroll my penis. It just rolls right over the edge. It just lays there. It's like you're draining a pool.
But it's a matter of where the splashing might occur. That's the issue here.
Doesn't it depend on how hard the stream is on this splatter?
Yeah, it can. I aim right for the hole at the bottom.
At our age, though, stuff just sort of falls out of you.
Oh.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually come out.
Yeah, I rarely ever cramp in this sink, so let's be fair. Please. James?
Yeah.
All right, so what's going on?
Like a while ago, a couple years ago, actually, I was into like drug abuse and stuff, and I didn't really care about my girlfriends, and so I'd cheat on them often. And now I'm past all that, and I'm with a girl that, well, I'm not with her right now because I started getting the feeling that I wanted to maybe date other girls. So I broke up with her, but I really do love her. And
does she know that's why you broke up?
No.
How about starting with that?
What?
Well, she knows that I want to hang out with other girls, but
yeah, but it sounds like the reason you wanted to hang out with other girls is you're afraid of actually getting close to somebody.
No, because she knows I love her, and
no, wait a minute. Being in love with somebody means you want to be with them.
I do.
All right, so be with her.
That's what I'm getting to, though, is that I want to be with her because if I ever try and hang out with any other girls, I can't stand them. Like, she's the only one I even really care about, but it's like still a psychological thing that I have going on that I can't.
Right. The psychological thing is there's 2 things. One, there's 2 possibilities here, and I think both are actually in operation with you. One is you can't stand actually being vulnerable and intimate with somebody, so you got to distract yourself with other people. That's the psychological thing. The other thing is you're an addict, and I doubt you're in any effective recovery, because if you were, your sponsor would kick your ass for this behavior and make you look at it more honestly. So it's time to get yourself into some real recovery here, or else this is just the beginning.
Recovery? What do you mean recovery?
Yeah, see.
Weren't you into drugs?
A long time ago. Like, I am probably the most against drugs person on the planet.
Yeah, but you're using sex to replace what drugs used to do for you.
Not really. Like,
you're not?
No, I mean, I love her. Like, I wouldn't have to have sex with her.
Where's your mom? You get along with your mom?
Oh, my parents are the most supportive people on the planet, too.
All right. Well, then get over it, jackass. Please. You're not doing drugs. You love her more than anything. Your parents are the most supportive people in the world, although somehow they raised a drug addict when he was 14.
Yeah, magic.
How the most supportive parents in the world raise a drug addict at 13 or 14?
Alcoholic.
James?
Yeah.
What are your parents alcoholics?
No.
When did you become a drug addict?
I started doing drugs in, like, the 8th grade and stopped in 10th grade.
And
now I'm in college.
Your parents are good?
Oh, yeah.
They don't use alcohol?
No. Well, my dad does sometimes, but, I mean, it's like a recreational family thing.
Okay. All right, well, get over it and start a relationship up with this young lady.
Okay.
You have no reason not to. If your parents are great, supportive, they've been there for you, you're not high on drugs, hook up with her.
Okay.
That's it.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
This
doesn't gel.
No.
Part of it's biology, though, isn't it true?
Part of what?
18-year-old guys not wanting to, commit.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's a certain sort of freedom that you crave at 18, isn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why you join the Navy and you move around and you backpack.
Well, there is
Europe and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's a natural tendency to want to. I'm going to say this in a crass way, to spread your seed around. That's right. That's the drive. But people learn to urinate in toilets, to retain their stool, to keep these things in, not kill each other. I mean, you learn to contain and direct these biological drives in more productive ways.
Yeah, I did that. So when I was 18, I had the same seed spreading. Sometimes I'd masturbate in the bathroom.
Yeah,
Sometimes I'd go back into the hall and whack off. I really spread that seed all over the house. Annie?
Yeah?
You mean outside of the house, Drew? Are you talking about outside of the house?
Maybe you stopped that.
I did masturbate in a car once. A couple of times. Annie?
Hello?
You're 22?
Uh-huh.
What's going on?
My boyfriend just got accepted to a grad school, and he's leaving pretty soon. And I just find out I'm pregnant, and I wonder if I should tell him before he leaves.
As opposed to when he's away at school?
Yes.
What's going on in the background there, Annie?
Oh, just the CD player.
What are you listening to?
Oh, it's a Leaving Las Vegas soundtrack.
Oh, okay. Could you just turn that down to like 7?
Okay.
Or something like that?
Okay.
That's great.
Or as it would be on your minus
54. Idiots.
Speaking of scales.
I got a stereo. It's like a $2,000 stereo receiver. It doesn't stop when you turn it all the way to the left, the volume. It just goes to minus. It's a digital readout. So it's like +5, -45. I never know how loud anything is. And every time I talk to the stereo guy, I just hold him down and say, admit this is a horrible design. No. It's important to have negative whatever. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know where it is. What does -23 mean? What's that? Minus sound? I owe sound to the stereo now? Ridiculous design. Who makes Marantz? They should be killed, those people.
Marantz.
I don't know where I am on that thing. I've almost killed myself 3 times with the
Marantz
DVD.
Went out of business in the 70s.
I swear to God, comfortable listening on my stereo is -17. Like, that makes any sense at all. No sense. Annie?
Mm-hmm.
What's up with you? You got a stereo problem?
No.
What were you going to plan to do? Wait till he was away at school and then tell him?
No, because he was all excited about going to grad school.
But what's your alternative plan?
I want to have it, but I don't want him to give up school just to start,
But when are you planning on telling him?
All right, hold on, Drew. You know which one of them's going to grad school?
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't Annie. Annie, what's up with you?
Me?
You don't sound real sharp.
I don't know what to do.
I know, but you're very concrete in your thinking. Or what do you not do a lot of thinking?
Yes. Well, I have, but
yeah.
I mean, we just recently graduated, and
you graduated from college?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to guess what college. San Diego State.
No.
Arizona State. It's got to have a state in it.
No.
Northridge. Cal State Northridge.
No.
No? Please, it's got to be a state school.
No, we both graduated from UCLA.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell? What are you, 100% Cherokee or something? There had to be something going on with some kind of something, right?
No,
What are you?
I'm Asian.
Oh, I can't believe it. All right, well, maybe this is just a cultural thing. Okay, is he Asian too?
No, he's not.
Uh-oh. Half-breed. Your parents going to be mad?
No, my parents are fine with it, but I haven't told them that I'm pregnant with his kid.
Yeah. Do you think they might freak out when they hear that?
I think so.
Yeah. Where's he going off to?
Chicago.
Chicago. And are you guys breaking up?
Oh, no. We haven't break up, but I don't want to break up with him.
You're smart people. Why weren't you using birth control?
I was on the pill. I didn't know what happened.
You weren't taking it right, though, were you?
I was taking it every single day.
Were you on some antibiotics or something?
Yeah, I was.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got like cold one time, and my doctor gave me antibiotics.
And didn't they tell you to use an alternative means of contraception, maybe?
No.
They didn't bring that up?
I went to a school, kind of like, you know, they didn't really say anything.
All right. So, you better just tell him. It's not your fault.
Yeah, you just got. Listen, maybe he'll get married, and that'll be that.
The thing is, like, he wasn't planning on marrying anytime soon.
I understand it. Neither of you were planning on having a kid, but now you're having one. And I think if this is a relationship you plan to maintain across distance, go ahead and maintain it.
What about an abortion?
I thought about it, but I mean, it's our kid, and I really want to have it.
All right. Well, listen, you have no choice. You have to tell him. Just tell him. It's not. You did nothing wrong. It's not your fault.
I certainly wouldn't wait till he's away at school. Boy, that could really disrupt everything. Let him have an opportunity to at least make some plans.
He's an intelligent adult. He should be given the opportunity to deal with the truth.
And by the way, he's going to be going to school in about 2 weeks.
Yeah,
just
tell him. He didn't. It's not like he slept with his best friend or anything. All right. We'll take ourselves a break. When we come back, who are we going to talk to, Drew? We'll speak to Adam. When he pees, it comes out crooked. Is there a way to fix this? Drew, I was surprised that Asian going to UCLA. Have you ever heard of such a thing?
Shocked.
There's one Asian that went to UCLA, and we spoke to her. I'm dumbfounded by that. I've never seen an Asian on the campus of UCLA. I just haven't seen it. And by the way, they must get reverse affirmative action over there with those Asians, right? I mean, they must have to score, right?
Right.
Well, they got to score, like as well, like an Eskimo or something. I mean, they have to get 5 times their scores, right, on the placement stuff.
I don't know.
They really though.
I really don't know. I don't know how much of that stuff still is in place.
All right, I'd like to check it out there. All right, we'll be back.
Oh yeah, everybody now. LoveLine will be right back.
It is the LoveLine. That's a good riff. Phone number. Forget about the phone number. When we left off, we were talking to Adam, who's on line 5, who's 26. Adam?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Hey, Adam, you're the king.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I just got to say, if I was gay and you were gay, I'd let you take my behind.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, but the king thing was in his previous life.
Yeah, right. When I was in a previous life, I was king. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Hey, I've been having problems ever since I was a little kid about urinating.
Mm-hmm.
The urine comes out like in a fork, you know?
Oh, you have a split stream?
Yes.
Nice.
I was wondering, is that something that's curable, or is it something I have to live with? Because I pee in the sink.
Yeah, that's right, you do.
The easiest way to get it out.
That's right.
I spent a lot of time when I was a kid cleaning the side of the wall.
Yeah.
The toilet.
Yeah.
Punishment, so.
Yeah, you got the pickle fork going. That's trouble.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you pee in the sink. You got no problems.
This may sound strange, but do you have one hole?
Oh, yeah. One hole. And, it either comes out forked or it comes out crooked. And it requires me normally to
either sit down or pee in the sink.
And you don't get urine infections. You have no other problems.
No, nothing like that.
Well,
is your penis bent?
Not really.
No injuries or anything like that when you're growing up?
Nothing at all like that.
A urologist might try to dilate areas to see if they get things to sort of come out more straight if there were regions of irregularity in there. But for the most part, if you're okay with this, it's probably something that ought to be left alone.
There's a new and sort of controversial procedure that I was reading about in USA Today last time I was on a plane a couple of weeks ago, where they actually rifle the urethra. They actually cut grooves into it to give the urine a sort of a rifling effect, to keep it straight, just much like a rifle has that, where the urine is actually spun and actually kept on course by its own is spinning action, just like a bullet.
Mm-hmm.
I just made that up, but that's solid, right? Rifling in the urethra? Come on. That's good. Your urine would come out like a laser beam.
I was just thinking, how do they get the grooves in the urethra? That's very
I had Drew going, everybody, with rifling the urethra.
I was imagining sort of the urine coming out looking like a corkscrew.
Hey, Drew, I really, I've said it a few times, and unfortunately, I always have to say it, but I really think one day when a lot of these things come to fruition,
you'll be
heralded as a genius.
You'll be written up, and they'll create shrines in your honor.
Da Vinci who?
Yeah.
That's what the headlines are going to read many years from now. So what I'm doing...
Especially, it's sort of like Mozart. They will there'll be so much consternation at the missed opportunity while you were alive that we didn't take full appreciation of what we had here.
Right. And so what I'm doing is I'm fully appreciating myself now.
And see, I'll sort of be like Peter, and I'll go around at St. Peter, and I'll advocate and tell stories on your behalf.
Please do. And see if you can educate your flock as well, because God forbid something happens to you, we're going to need people to carry on. Jerry?
Oh, Jerry. Hey, what's up, man?
You're 21.
Yeah, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
You're my hero.
Thank you.
Okay, I wanted to ask, how can I get you guys to come down to George Mason University for one of your presentations, to speak to students?
And can you give him, they'll give you a phone number in a few, when we're off the air here, okay?
Okay. Right. Actually,
where's George Mason?
George Mason, it's in D.C.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great.
No, we love D.C.
Yeah, although Adam is distancing himself from me. He's doing the best he can to sabotage.
True. I was just saying, while we were peeing together, I'd like to head back east and do some of these colleges.
We don't have a damn TV shows. There will not be any more college appearances.
All right. That's why we got to book this Mason gig.
Yeah. Definitely, because, we love you down here.
Oh, good. Well, we love D.C. and George Mason especially.
All right, good.
Who was George?
I wanted to ask you a different question.
Hold on, who was George Mason? Was he the actor on the Paper Chase, or he was
a comedian that flipped off Ed Sullivan?
Oh, it's Jackie Mason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of Mason Gerard too, man.
He was like a slave owner back in the day.
Oh, great! Named a college after him. Yeah. Fantastic.
And actually, I have a question. I have a different question. I kind of lied about the penis rash.
Okay. Hey, well, let me ask you this: who is this Chevy Chase?
Chevy Chase is that actor, right?
No.
Chevy Chase, Maryland. Virginia.
Oh, yeah, the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an area in Maryland.
I know, but who is the guy? Who's the original Chevy Chase?
We figured it out at one time.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
And there's Chevy Chase everything in D.C. and Maryland.
So impressive, we've already forgotten what it was.
All right, anyway.
Actor.
Go ahead, Jerry.
Okay, actually, my question is different. I used to play in a band, and it was easier for me to meet girls back then.
Sure.
And now that I just go to college, it's kind of hard for me to, because I don't have the crutch, of being in a band.
Right.
And I was wondering, what I should do to make it a little easier.
To meet girls?
Yeah.
You got to get the roofies.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. I mean, I don't know. You sound like a nice guy. Sounds like a fun guy. Just be your normally fun self. Just don't talk too much. And I'd get the band back together. I really would.
Well, or just rely on your friends to introduce you to people.
Yeah. I'll tell you, meeting chicks the conventional way, that's for the birds, Drew. You got to get a band.
Get radio shows.
A radio show, yeah. You know what I mean? Some kind of celebrity. You can't just walk around meeting chicks. It's for the birds. Joe.
Yes, sir.
You're 22.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Good.
Hey, I was just like to start by saying I like your guys' show. I listen to you all the time.
Thanks.
I think your show on Comedy Central is a riot.
Oh, thanks.
You and Mr. Kimmel are doing a fine job.
Yeah, the one Drew's not in? Yeah, it's a good show.
That they've ever asked me to be in? Oh, wait, I think you asked me to be in for 4 seconds. So.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. All right, what's going on there, Joe?
Well, I've been seeing this girl here for a little while now, and probably about 8 months, and we're having sex. And, I'm just not doing that good of a job.
Oh. Speaking.
Ooh, wow.
It's funny. His question was he wants to last longer. He couldn't even get his phone call was 39 seconds. Look at that, Drew.
Yeah.
Jeez, imagine what his lovemaking is like. He probably just orgasmed. I don't know. This is a question that's
eternal.
Yes, it's bent men's minds for many, many years. All I can think of is, masturbate a half hour before you go in. Try to relax. Is there something that adds a little? What about a glass of red wine? Kind of slow you down, mellow you out.
Do it. I really think it's working with your partner. That's the key.
Well, what about a glass of red wine? I mean, isn't that going to slow you down a little?
No, not necessarily, no.
Quaalude?
No.
Some ether?
No.
Rubbing Coke on your penis? Something like that?
No.
Wouldn't that be good?
Hey, let's go to break.
How about...
I got to go pee again.
Okay, but how about that Ambisol stuff?
Well, Emla is the real numbing stuff.
Yeah, but how about that numbing stuff you put on your bad tooth?
Yeah, that's not...
What if you rub that on your penis?
I don't think that gets through your teeth. Your skin, though.
Huh?
I don't think that will get through your skin.
I bet you'd make your penis numb.
There is stuff that will do that, though, but I've never heard of anybody actually using that for this problem.
I'll tell you, I bet this would do something to your penis.
All right, let's go to break.
Okay, at least the psychological advantage would be huge. All right, we'll take a break. We're going to pee again?
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back.
All right. The phone number for LoveLine is 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine, I'll be right back.
This has been LoveLine. The views expressed on LoveLine are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station.
And are probably not the views of Westwood One Entertainment. LoveLine is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingle. Now, please listen to this station longer.